Hello everyone, and welcome to another night where we work on building healthier relationships with ourselves and the people around us. And today we're actually going to be talking about something that comes up constantly in readings and conversations, especially in the month of February where everyone's thinking about Valentine's Day and all the hearts and whistles. Let's talk about what love looks like, real healthy love, and what healthy love actually feels like. And tonight we're going to be talking about Queen of Cups energy, the embodiment of emotional intelligence, compassion, boundaries, and self-awareness, because it's not just how we react to love given to us, it's also the love we give. And the Queen of Cups teaches us real love isn't about appearances, labels, or timelines. It's about emotional safety. With the rise of situationships, blurred boundaries, and people rushing into relationships from loneliness rather than alignment, this feels like a very important conversation. And while this teaching definitely focuses primarily on romantic relationships, whether you're straight, gay, poly, all forms of connections definitely apply here. So take a deep breath and let's jump in. So the nice thing about our Queen of Cups is she represents emotional maturity. She doesn't chase love. She doesn't beg for consistency. She doesn't abandon herself to keep someone. She feels deeply, but she protects her heart too. Healthy love through her lens begins inside. Before she offers her cup to another, she knows what's inside that cup. That's the real key there. I've seen this a lot where so many people want a relationship before they understand their own emotional needs. And the Queen of Cups reminds us, you don't find healthy love by losing yourself. You find it by knowing yourself. You find it by knowing what are your needs, what are your wants, what are some wounds that you need to heal before trying to connect with another person. Let's talk about appearances first. So, love can look healthy when someone is posting about you constantly, texting you every minute of the day, spending all their free time with you, making future plans together, where there's intense chemistry, quick commitment. But none of these guarantee emotional safety. And it's definitely not just, studies and everything else. This is obviously definitely something that I've personally dealt with a string of failed relationships. I've seen all these people do all these things, and guess what? There was no real emotional security. I don't know about you guys, but I've been noticing a huge rise in situationships. Connections without clarity, without commitment, without emotional responsibility. People are staying and looking for where there's attention, because there's physical closeness, because sometimes feeling alone is scarier than being uncertain. We also see people grabbing for partner or partners, plural, out of desperate loneliness. Not because connection feels aligned, but because silence feels unbearable. Here's the hard truth, and I hate to be the guy to tell you. Choosing someone just so that you don't sit alone isn't love. It's avoidance. And another important piece to think about is molding yourself to fit someone else's expectations. Now, I'm definitely not saying that you shouldn't, tweak yourself a little bit here and there, because everyone is an adjustment on both sides. But you should never be changing your belief systems, your boundaries, your identity, your needs. If you're shrinking yourself to stay connected, that's not healthy. That's a connection that is not going to be good for either of you in the long run. Love should never require you to betray yourself. But now that we've gotten through the gook, let's talk about what healthy love feels like, Queen of Cups style. Healthy love feels calm, not chaotic. Safe, not constantly questioning and wondering and being anxious. Consistent, not confusing. Supportive, not draining. Respectful of boundaries. And emotionally reciprocal, where you're both giving and taking. It doesn't leave you guessing where you stand. It doesn't punish you for having feels. And it doesn't make you feel like you have to earn affection. Healthy love allows space. Space for individuality, for growth, for friends, your passions, and personal time. It welcomes honest conversations, even the uncomfortable ones. And you know the ones I'm talking about. And it doesn't disappear when things get real. We're talking real conversations about dividing up bills, dividing up chores. Real conversations about how you might need to work extra when you made plans. And all of this applies whether you're monogamous or poly. Healthy connection always includes clear communication, mutual consent on anything, in or out of the bedroom. Emotional accountability. If you hurt them, own up to it. And if they hurt you, they should too. And respect for autonomy. You're allowed to make choices, and so are they. Another unfortunate Queen of Cups truth is healthy love isn't going to rush you. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen when they say, hey, I want something real. But if someone is pressuring you to move faster than your nervous system is okay with, you might want to pay attention to that. So let's take a moment, and if you're still here, ask yourself, how do I feel in my connections? Not what they look like online. Not what you hope they'll become. How do they feel in your body? Do you feel safe and secure, or do you feel anxious? Do you feel seen, or do you feel like you're constantly trying to catch their attention? Do you feel chosen or convenient? Your body will always tell you before your mind will accept. And the Queen of Cups always listens to that first. This lady right here, her energy is always your best guidance. Now, I know that we went through a lot, and you're probably doing a lot of heavy thinking right now. And that's okay. Honestly, it's encouraged. But here's what I want you to take with you right now. You never need to accept emotional breadcrumbs. And you do not need to abandon yourself to feel loved. Ever. You do not need to conform your values or your sense of self to keep someone. Healthy love will always meet you where you are. It will never, ever erase you or make you come scraping just to get a little bit of affection. Ever. So whether you're single, dating, partnered, or navigating multiple connections to see who is actually aligned with you, let your standard be peace. Let your standard be respect. And if you haven't found that yet, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. Nothing at all. It means you're still learning. And we're all a work in progress. Every single one of us. Just let the Queen of Cups remind you today. You are worthy of love that is steady, nourishing, and real. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you would like a meditation based on the Queen of Cups, feel free to comment Queen of Cups meditation. And if this helped you at all, please leave a like. If you know someone that could use this information and hopefully wake them up, share it with them. This information will always be here. And don't forget to subscribe, because we'll be doing all sorts of teaching, meditations, and other fun things throughout the entire month of February for loving ourselves and building healthier connections around us. Have a fabulous evening, and remember, you are worthy.